stop this from happening by using the ATR indicator. And let's begin here by taking a look at how to open up the ATR indicator. Well, to do that, you want to navigate up here to the indicators tab in TradingView, and you simply want to search for ATR. And as with all other indicators, when we search for ATR, you can see that there are tons of custom built ATR indicators, by the community. All of these have different settings, and they have, they are built in different ways. But for this course, we're going to use the normal average true range indicator. So let's open this one up. And as you can see, now the ATR indicator has appeared here in the bottom of our chart. And the first thing I want to do, I just want to change the settings a bit here so you can see the ATR more clearly. I'm just going to increase the length, the width here of the ATR line, so hopefully you can see. And now let's take a look at how to read the ATR. Well, to do this, let's actually zoom in on this point on the chart, because as you can see, the ATR was much lower down here when the price looked like this compared to up here, where you can see that the ATR was all the way up here. And in simple terms, that is because the volatility was much higher up here. Or in other words, remember what the volatility is. That is how much is the price moving on average. So how we read the ATR is like this. You go down to a specific candle. Let's say that we're looking at, let's say that we start by looking at, maybe this candle right here, where we didn't have a lot of volatility. What you do is that you take your mouse on this candle, and you can read here to the right, I hope you can see, it says 910. And that means that during this candle, the average price movement on a candle, remember we are currently on the daily time frame, so the average price movement on a day during that period, the period right now is 14, but the average price movement was 900. But if we instead look at, for example, the candle up here, you can see during this period we have much more violent and much more volatile price movement. So we do expect that we have a much higher reading on the ATR. And if you take a look at the ATR during that green candle, we can see that here the ATR was 3,600. So during this period, the Bitcoin price moved $3,600 on average. And this is how we read the ATR. We take a look at the ATR, and that is how much the price moved on average during that period. But now guys, let's take a look at how we can potentially change the settings to take, better decisions. And to change the settings, we go here to where it says settings down here, and then we want to navigate to the inputs tab. And here we have a few settings we can change. The most important setting, I would say, is the length setting. And this is how many candles does the ATR indicator use to make its calculations. So for example, if we have 14 right here, it means that the ATR uses 14 candles to calculate the volatility. And here, one of my personal rule of thumbs when it comes to the ATR indicator is that I like to keep my indicators consistent. So if I, for example, have, if I'm using the RSI indicator and have 14 on the RSI, I tend to want to use 14 on the ATR as well, because then I know that, my indicators are calculating both momentum and volatility on the same length. But let's say that you are more of a short-term trader, maybe you are day trading, maybe 5-minute candles or 15-minute candles, then it might make sense to actually change down the length. And here I recommend the same lengths I talked about when we talked about the RSI indicator. So you can go anywhere from around 7 up to maybe 10. But let's change to 7 right here. And now you can see that the ATR will be a little bit more volatile because it will only use 7 candles to make its calculations. But if you are a long-term trader, maybe you are swing trading, or you might even be investing, then you might be interested in periods from maybe 20 all the way up to 50 periods. It really depends on, first of all, what time frames are you using, but also how many candles do you trade in average. If you're a trader that maybe, only jumps into a trade, waits like a few candles and then jumps out, then, you know, it doesn't make sense at all to use 50, you know, calculate the volatility of 50 candles. Then it makes much more sense to have a shorter span, maybe 7, maybe 10. But for now, let's keep it on 14. The next thing you can change here is the smoothing, and the RMA was the original calculation method. So this is actually, you know, the calculation method I do recommend. But if you use a shorter time frame, some traders actually opt for the EMA. This stands for exponential moving average. This is a common standalone indicator, but you can definitely use the EMA here if you are going for the shorter term settings like the 7 or like the 10. But for this video, I'm going to keep it super simple. I'm going to use length 14, and I'm going to use the RMA. So let's press OK here, and let's take a look at how to use the ATR indicator step by step. But alright, so now then, since we are using the same example as what we did when we used the Fibonacci indicator, let's actually quickly draw out our Fibonacci and take a look at how we can combine the Fibonacci indicator with the ATR. So let's once again go up here to and use our Fib retracement, and remember how we draw the Fibonacci. We draw from swing low to swing high. We also right now are using the golden settings where we have only the golden zone on the chart. But let's take a look here. So we saw this move towards the upside, and remember what we're looking out for is that we're looking out for the price to pull back, and what we want to do here is that we want to buy the pullback and catch the next move to the upside. And in order to find precise entries, one of my favorite methods is to use candlestick patterns. And later on in this video, I will show you an indicator that automatically detects candlestick patterns. But for now, we have to do this manually. So what we can see right here, by looking at these candles, you might wonder, how do I know which candles to use for entry? Well, if you know about candlestick patterns, you can actually see that these two candles together creates something known as a bullish engulfing pattern. And a bullish engulfing pattern is a bullish Japanese candlestick pattern indicating a move towards the upside. So what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to enter on this candle close. And what do I mean by candle close? Well, this is when the candle closes. Very simple. So we enter at the candle close. But now is where the ATR comes in, because we want to use the ATR to find when do we lock in our profits and when do we sell if the price starts to go against you. And one simple rule of thumb you can use here that many traders uses is to set the stop loss around 2x the ATR. So what do I mean by this? Well, we go down here to the candle where we entered, and then we move down here to the ATR. And as you can see on this candle, the ATR was 3,400. So with a 2x ATR, that means that we should set our stop loss at 3,400 times 2 away from the entry. And you can see that by looking closely at the stop numbers right here. You can see down here it's 10,000, but we want to go down to 6,800, right? So using an ATR multiple of 2, our stop loss would be right here. And in this case, it actually might make some sense, because as you can see in this case, this will mean that we set our stop loss just below the golden zone. And remember from earlier in the course, the golden zone is the most common area for the price to reverse. So setting our stop loss below there is a good rule of thumb. And here you can even consider to actually move the stop just a tiny bit even lower to, you know, get some wiggle room. So even if this move didn't happen, maybe the price would continue to fall a bit here, touch the golden zone, and then bounce. If we have some wiggle room right here, we can allow for the price to do that and still make money. But for now, to keep it simple, let's just use the 2x ATR multiple. So we have 6,800. And as for our profit target, what we can use for our profit target is to also use an ATR multiple. And when we use a stop loss multiple of 2x, a common profit target multiple is 4x. And this you can either calculate on your own. So you take, 3,400 3,400 times 4, or a much more simple method is to simply use a risk to reward ratio of 2. Because when the risk to reward ratio of 2, this will automatically mean that this is 4x the ATR. I hope this makes sense, because this area right here is 2x. It means that if we double that area right here, it's 4x. So this right here is one of many ways to use the ATR. You can also use the ATR for something called position sizing. You can use the ATR for something known as trailing stop loss. You can even use it for breakout confirmation and so much more. But for this video, I think we are good right here. I do have a video on my channel where I go deeper into the ATR indicator. So make sure to check that one out if you have the time. And if not, make sure to save it for a watch later playlist so you can come back to that one when you feel ready to learn more about the ATR. Alright, so now it's finally time to... Alright, so this video was just a very short clip from our full TradingView indicators course right here on YouTube. To watch the full course, simply click or tap on the screen right here. I hope to see you all over there very, very soon.